Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Greetings, celestial pioneers of the new Eden timeline merge. All of our light work is coming to fruition. We are at the precipice of the great leap into heaven on earth. Keep going through, keep pushing through, gently with an open mind and an open heart. Stay focused on our mission, keep holding the line of the light bearers. Day by day we are inching our way to the finish line of this story of suffering and struggle. The light is celebrating because we have built enough momentum now to push on through beyond all barriers and gates. Today Venus enters Scorpio and aligns with Arcturus. Arcturian energies coming in. Our blue goddess goes into wild intensity mode. The queen is fired up and ready to make the final move. Checkmate. This game is about to get really interesting. The Queen of Hearts has had enough and is taking back this realm with a soul star storm. In this revelation, all is being illuminated and revealed for healing and transformation. The true king and queen have been reunited in Hieros Gamos and returned to their throne. All beings become sovereign unto themselves. No more monarchy or patriarchy. Each reign over their own domain by realizing they are all the world-honored one, Buddha consciousness and Christ consciousness being restored, and all is being resolved in this now. All concepts of divinity such as Buddha, Christ, God, Holy Spirit, etc. are all fingers pointing to the same moon of truth. The moon is a symbol of enlightenment, simply meaning to realize your oneness or unity with Source Creator. We call Mother, Father, God. Names are irrelevant. What matters is the love and truth that these concepts of spirit direct or guide consciousness to, your original, unborn mind of Buddha. As the great Zen master Bankei taught, once becoming enlightened, is that all beings are born, perfectly awakened Buddhas. But that pure awareness is converted into the three hells, the frightened animal, the angry demon, and the hungry ghost. All Starseed's lightworkers had to experience all these hellish states in this current timeline to help humanity heal and resolve these hindrances once and for all. How did this conversion happen? With the negative programming and projections of the false 3D matrix. How do we resolve this? By being Christ, Buddha conscious, meaning I know personally and experientially the love that I am. That is, nothing to attain, nothing to become, only just to be, here, now, fully awake, fully aware. Aho! And here we are, September 10th, on the eve of 9/11, 2 decades later, 20 years after this anchor point in the space-time continuum. Tomorrow, on the 11th, 9/11, 2021, we have the redemption codes coming in, for in these final days of the old matrix we are being redeemed by the Most High. And today, if you listen to our quick update transmission this afternoon about Glastonbury Tour from our Divine Sister of the Light, Amanda Lawrence, you know that the heart chakra has anchored in to this timeline a culmination point, what Amanda calls a marker point, or a turning point for the collective humanity of anchoring in the new earth through the heart chakra at Glastonbury Tour in the UK. This is connected to the Emerald Palace in the heart center of Gaia. The heart center of Lemuria is in Hawaii. These two portals connect to create a central channel to connect Gaia fully to the great central sun through Solaris. And the lower Dantian of Gaia, which is connected to Uluru, the umbilicus, and the coiled serpent, the rainbow dragon, which is being activated in the root chakra of Lemuria, anchoring into the South Sandwich Islands, in between South America and Antarctica, being activated again today. Every day we're receiving activations in the root. The coiled serpent runs up the spine through the Andes, Central America, North America, and into the North Pole. And these energies keep spiraling around the ring of fire, around the Pacific Ocean, spiraling into the heart center of Lemuria in Hawaii. 444 coming in. As they spiral into the still center, they simultaneously spiral out into the ends of the universe and through the multiverse. Now with these powerful energies coming in, we had more flooding around the world. Colombia, over 50,000 of our people being affected in Colombia in the north as the rivers overflow. And we've had a couple days of flooding in France, Philippines, Sudan, Mexico. The waters keep rising for this purging, this cleansing, the clearing of all channels and meridians on Pachamama. We also had a spike in the Schumann charts today with the power of 22 hertz from 4D as we are being carried through the fourth density into 5D. We also had many powerful activations all over Gaia today with 136 M1.5 or greater earthquakes, the most powerful in the root chakra, again, South Sandwich Islands with a 5.5 fifth dimensional energy coming in. West Chile rise 5.1, Afghanistan 4.4, Coho, Alaska 3.3, 33 divine mastery, Taiwan 4.7, Chile, the Andes Mountains, South America, right on the Tropic of Capricorn. We had a 4.0, Akutan, Alaska, and the crown of Lemuria, many activations today. The crown fully activated open. We had a 4.0, Unimak Islands, Alaska 3.3, Southern Yukon Territory, Canada 3.1, Russia 4.3, Alaska 4.132, British Virgin Islands with the new Atlantis energies, Divine Masculine 3.5, Loving New Mexico 3.1, Japan 4.2, Puerto Rico 3.1, Aleutian Islands 3.5, Alaska Peninsula 3.3, then down again in the root, the head of the serpent activated. This is the divine goddess serpentine energies of the rainbow dragon, the rainbow serpent. This is the Kundalini of Pachamama with the 5.5. Chalice, Idaho 3.1, Vanuatu 5.2, Indonesia 4.4, Kuril Islands 4.8, 12 divine goddess, Papua New Guinea 5.0, Kuril Islands another 4.9, San Antonio de los Cobres, Argentina 4.8, Chalice, Idaho another 3.2 activation, Tonopah, Nevada 3.4, Cascade, Idaho 3.3, India 4.7, in the sacred portal of Tajikistan 4.0. This is where the most powerful portal, the three holy mountains come together, the Trinity, the Trident, Tian Shan in the north, Celestial Mountain, Kunlun in the middle, Himalayan in the south. We had another 4.0 activation, 190 kilometers depth. Indonesia 4.1, India 5.2. So again today, the whole grid activated, lit up. As Gaia rises, we rise with her. And we feel these activations, these releases, 8.8 coming in, 8.08 of the Lion's Gate, the Lyran Nation. We feel these frequencies, these resonances, these releases in our physical vessel through our nervous system. And they are getting intense, very powerful releases. This is all preparing us for this final quantum leap of consciousness from Homo sapien to Homo luminous, indestructible diamond light bodies of eternal life. Now let us continue with the current Sabian symbols. Right now the moon is at 12 degrees, 34 minutes Scorpio. The sun is at 18 degrees, 37 minutes Virgo. The current Sabian symbol for the sun at 19 degrees Virgo, a swimming race. And the current Sabian symbol for the moon at 13 degrees Scorpio. An inventor performs a laboratory experiment from astrologyweekly.com. And now my sacred Condor pulls a card for you from the tarot deck, Dreams of Gaia, from Raven Phelan. And the card she pulled for you today is card 14, King of Earth. The keywords: virile, successful, industrious, devoted, steadfast, authoritative, reliable, dedicated. The key phrases: take pride in accomplishments, pay it forward, honor your process. Now is not the time to make changes. Life is meant to be enjoyed. Free yourself from control. Don't be lazy. Abuse, misuse of power. meaning the king of earth is a very satisfied man, and he has every reason to be. Everything he touches turns to gold. His kingdom is secure and wealthy, and his people are happy and prosperous. While some may consider that his circumstances are born of luck, he is a natural leader, and his success is born of hard work and dedication. He is proud of his accomplishments, and is not afraid to acknowledge them, and more importantly, to enjoy them. However, despite any appearance of excess, he is very grounded and realistic, and enjoys abundance because he is wise and careful. The king of earth is not afraid to be open or candid, because he has no insecurities or emotional baggage to feed doubts and fears. He is only too willing to share in his success, and gives advice and guidance without hesitation when asked. He does not fear that doing so will give rise to a competitor or rival. He believes that everyone is entitled to the same opportunities. He is clear-minded and reliable, someone you can trust and depend on. He is also wise and intelligent, and these factors keep him at the forefront of all that he does. On a business level, some may see him as boring and pedantic, but his methods are sound. He has found a process that works for him, and one that pays dividends. Why change what yields results? If his methods fail, then he is willing to change, but if the methods work, then change is not required, and is an unnecessary waste of time and energy. He is not one to try and fix that which is not broken. The king of earth may appear in your reading to tell you that it is okay to rejoice in your successes. All too often, we are made to feel that taking pride in our success equates to being boastful. This can lead to feelings of guilt and a decision to stay silent. While you can choose your moments and be respectful of others' feelings, the king of earth suggests that you have every right to celebrate your achievements and take pride in your accomplishments. If you have the resources and means to enjoy yourself, then do so. There is no need to ask for anyone's permission or blessing. This is, after all, why you have worked so hard. The king of earth may also symbolize a need to take a methodical approach that you know will work for you. At this time, do not deviate or take a chance on trying something new. Do not allow the opinions of others to sway you either. Instead, trust in your usual process, especially if it has always worked for you in the past. And now from Divine Sistar of the Light, S.A. Smith, pulsing energies being felt at this now moment. Are you feeling them? Solar winds are continuing this morning. These winds are bringing in those pulsing energies that are so intense. Pulsing energies help to bring up emotions that have been buried deep. They also can affect you physically with phantom pains. We also had a light CME come in early this morning, adding to our Friday energy mix. Energies will continue all day as usual to help you level up your ascension. Enjoy your day. All of this is happening for you, not to you. Happy Friday, Lightworkers, from agirlintheuniverse.com. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Patricia Cota Robles. Hold on. This is the time for which you have been preparing for lifetimes. The company of heaven is very aware of the myriad challenges people are facing in the outer world during the greatly intensified purging process we are all experiencing. They are also aware of how difficult and painful this process is for the masses of humanity. But most importantly, they are aware that this cosmic moment in Earth's ascension process is exactly why you and I and the rest of awakening humanity are embodied on the Earth at this time. The company of heaven knows that we have been preparing for lifetimes in order to be strong enough to stay focused on the light in the face of any adversity that may surface or be pitted against us. They realize that it is vitally necessary for each of us to do this on behalf of our sisters and brothers in the family of humanity who are not yet awake enough to do it for themselves. The beings of light also know that if we do not have the ability to succeed God victoriously in this endeavor, we would not have been allowed to embody on earth during this wondrous yet often seemingly horrific time. Our Father, Mother God recently revealed that the collective energy, vibration, and consciousness of the human miscreations now surfacing all over the world reflect, in one way or another, every single miscreation our fragmented and fear-based human egos have manifested since our fall from grace. These gross mutations of our precious gift of life are being dismantled and pushed to the surface to be permanently transmuted back into the light. The successful accomplishment of this purging process is essential in order for Mother Earth and all her life to ascend into the fifth-dimensional, crystalline, solar frequencies of the new Earth. We are in the middle of this purging process, and as the cleansing progresses, it may even appear in the outer world as though things are getting worse before they get better. It is critical that every one of us truly comprehends the profound truth that the only way forward in the light is through the essential cleansing process. Consequently, there is no turning back. All that is hidden must now be revealed. The clandestine, manipulative, and repressive patterns used by those who have controlled and suppressed the masses of humanity for centuries are being pushed to the surface at this time, to be exposed and permanently transmuted into light. It is time for all of us to trust that you and I and the rest of awakening humanity have all the strength, skill, wisdom, knowledge, and courage necessary to stay focused on the light until this facet of the divine plan is successfully completed. The sooner we acknowledge this truth and follow the intuitive inner guidance of our I Am presence, the more quickly we will begin to tangibly experience the heart-based patterns of perfection for the new Earth that we are being called to co-create with every elevated holy breath we take, even in the midst of the chaos and pain of this purging process. For over half a century, our Father, Mother, God, and the company of heaven have been revealing the greatest need of the hour for humanity and Mother Earth's ascension process, as lightworkers volunteered to co-create each facet of the divine plan in collaboration with the beings of light in the realms of illumined truth. The next phase of the divine plan was revealed to us. Step by step, the awesome divine intervention humanity was receiving from on high was clearly demonstrated to those who were awakening from around the world. The divine intent of this conscious cooperation was to give those who were beginning to awaken the encouragement and support they needed in order to be willing to keep on keeping on, no matter how arduous outer world circumstances appeared. During that auspicious time, the beings of light asked the lightworkers at Era of Peace if we would be willing to document these events and the information they were sharing with us. They said it was important for the sacred knowledge to be readily available for the masses of humanity who would be awakening at a greatly accelerated pace in the not-too-distant future. They said the greatest challenge for these awakening sons and daughters of God would be that simultaneously the earth would experience an unprecedented purging process which had the potential of preventing people from remembering who they are and why they are on earth at this time. The company of heaven said this suppressed awareness also had the ability to prevent those precious souls from remembering their missions and recognizing the magnitude of what is occurring on earth during this cosmic moment. That time in the not-too-distant future, the company of heaven was referring to when they said the masses of humanity would be awakening at a greatly accelerated pace is now. The sacred knowledge we at Era of Peace were asked to document is contained in the book, Who Am I? Why Am I Here? As you become aware of this sacred knowledge on a conscious level, and it begins to resonate in the flame of illumined truth in your heart, it will be impossible for you to feel alone or to believe that you do not have the ability to change and improve outer world circumstances. The celestial sharing will activate within you the knowing that you are powerful beyond your current comprehension because you are one with our Mother, Father, God, and all that our godparents have is yours. You will also know that you already have within you everything you need to transcend the chaos and to co-create the life for which you have been longing. From eraofpeace.org. And from Divine Angels of Light, Crystal, an Indigo Guide to the Galaxy, Solar Flare in the True Body. This is one of the most essential sessions we will ever have. In August 2021, we reached the last solar portal of returning home. The organic fields and their flows are accessible and open again. Those who heard the calling are already undergoing the process of alignment. Soon this will be spreading everywhere, and many will need to fast adjust to this change. Already many are feeling great inner pressure, collapsing, catatonia, or tiredness, illness, or cannot think clearly. These are signs that the solar portal has touched their hearts and souls, and they are being purified in order to be pushed away from the 3D fallen reality and its limited mind beliefs and programs. These are natural and positive processes. The true self is making the choices. The false ego personality has been but a puppet. As we have received the reignition of the solar flare in us, we are now moving fast to recover everything that was left or abandoned during the great falling. It's always a big surprise when one realizes how many things are different than what one thought, and how true history is becoming alive from within. It is an energy that is alive, that speaks and shows what is needed. It is all there. The mind is so poor with dealing with this. Pure energy is faster, more powerful, and more true than anything else. The thought process is always coming after energy has moved. When one learns how to read, feel, and recognize the energy, and how it moves and expresses, then one can be supported and guided more accurately by the energy of true life itself. Be brave with leaving your old mindset and life behind. Your true self awaits and has prepared everything. Be open to allow the deprogramming of the mind. It has always been limited. Please allow pure energy to show you the path of surrendering and rebirth. Blessings of reconnection, Erini. And from Isis channelings, past the shamanic death into rebirth with Ganesh Chaturthi. Some of us have been placed on an intense journey of shamanic death and rebirth in the underworld womb, tomb, via the goddess Isis, Hathor, Sekhmet, womb temples that get activated with the ruby rays of the heliacal rising of Sirius, which brings in new codes of soul purpose, masterhood, and ascension. This process of shamanic death is then followed by a redefining and remapping of our individual and collective soul path, purpose, in the realm of the Akashic records presided by Anubis, Bast, Thoth, Seshat, Isis, and Osiris. Once we emerge on the other side from the sarcophagus of our past life identity via the 7 gates of Osiris, god of regeneration. Ultimately, it's a process of greater unification with our divine cosmic self, a union which will bring us fresh perspective, guidance, and wisdom as we begin to test the waters of our new path and purpose that we have mapped together with the above-mentioned pantheon. And to assist in this new rebirth, today, September 10th, is being celebrated in India in honor of Lord Ganesh, the divine child of Lord Shiva and goddess Parvati, the god of new beginnings, wisdom, abundance, success, prosperity, happiness, and the remover of all obstacles, the first god to be honored before any other in the Hindu pantheon of gods and goddesses. Happy Ganesh Chaturthi to new beginnings, and light and grace and joy. Be the change you want to see. Sake Na from isischannelings.wordpress.com. And from Divine Brothor of the Light, David Starr, Lightworkers, you are probably currently or will be getting hit with insane energy. It's universal light. Alchemize it with pure love. It will forge new frequencies. It's connected to the universal Akash. Halos will be the new crown chakra. Wing chakras will be activated. The sun disk above your head. Bring in pure love consciousness and send love to every energetic body within and around you. Alchemize with joy consciousness. Call in the Fae to help. You may need to send forgiveness to all time and space in every dimension to assist releasing the universal Akash, and then love to every heart that has ever beated. It will forge a new frequency of love consciousness and joy within your every being. Enjoy all the gifts. The rewards are here. Lightworkers going up 10 levels to pull up the collective. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Judith Kusel, we are in a deep gestation period when the seed needs to die unto itself so that it can burst into a new life and new beginnings. It almost feels as if a part of you wishes to rush into the new life, while suddenly out of the blue the old ghosts of the old earth pop up for you to finally forgive, let go of in some form or another. Indeed, that little kid which once was you will stand before you, wanting to be loved and healed as well. All the old unwanted, unloved, and unacknowledged parts of you stepping out of the skeleton cupboards. Welcome them all into your heart space. Let them speak. Weep all the unwept tears. Release it all. Then quietly thank them, because each one is a part of you. And in healing with loving, all parts of you can step into wholeness and fullness of the truth of who you are. The seed dies and gives birth and life Just like the old 3D you dies so that you can be reborn anew and step into the fullness and wholeness of the new life on earth, resurrected. Let go, surrender, be reborn. From JudithKusel.com. And from the Pleiadian collective family of Tegeta, the moment of the shift. Friends of living light, in these moments of change and transcendence across the planet, be aware of what matters and let the rest dissolve from your perception. All darkness will play out, but you do not need to focus on this. Find what releases you and follow this. As we have shared ongoing with you, the preparation is completely energetically with your higher self for the shift of the ages. This is no surprise to the multiverse, and in perceived linear time, this has always been the prophecy. After you shift, you will perceive only now and realize everything is always happening in the sequence of now. As much as you can grasp this, live only now. Beneath all oceans, every continent, through mountains around the planet, through the deepest ice of Antarctica, we are ready with activations of crystal transmitters. There are many places in Sedona, Arizona, as this is the peak of the highest vibrational frequency of the planet. For those new to the information, thousands of years ago we placed crystals beneath that are hundreds of feet in height. Many are quartz as the best transmission is possible. We visit often now in fleets and check placement and power. In the moment of the shift activation, these will break through the water, ice, mountains, and anything above as they rise in majesty and turn side to side. Crafts will be connected to all signals and will land in many places where people will hear shouts of joy. Animals will gather and music will begin. You will be changed. In an instant you will remember everything. You will be completely free of the matrix. You will experience the lights and sounds of Sheen. This will be a complete transformation of body and mind. You will lose no memory. You will have a new and loving perspective when darkness is gone. You have always been an infinite being of light. What you see as real now will be a memory that fades. Your relationships will be loving and enhanced. Others will be joining you as they are assisted. Realize the observer of your life is your soul, your true self, and this powerful presence that looks through your eyes and is connected to the quantum field is completely free of the matrix. The soul is of truth and light, and as you align with your soul, you will become everything that is sacred and divine. You are the answer. Prepare your hearts each moment and think about your infinite life that Source has given to you. There is so much to be grateful for. In a moment of complete surprise, we rise like an eagle. Never stop looking up. We are with you. En ik, mai, ea. I love you so. From DisclosureNews.it. And from Divine Bro Star of the Light, Eric M. Roth, in Spiral Nexus. Venus enters Scorpio. Venus, representing the archetype of the feminine principle, ingresses into the sign of Scorpio on September 10th. This is taking place only days after its conjunction with Vesta, Spica, the moon, and its opposition with Eris. The archetype of Scorpio is all about life force energy and the cultivation of it. Qualities associated with Scorpio include the mastering of the emotional and physical domains through willpower. It can be an intensive, deep, and passionate archetype and alluring with mystery. Venus entering the sign brings to all of us these qualities through the feminine. Scorpio also takes us to the edge of life and death in order to know where that edge exists. Scorpio has been called the Edge Walker in shamanic astrology paradigm for that reason. Scorpio enjoys testing that edge and being a catalyst for moving the energy. All men, women, and others have both the masculine and feminine principles within them, and so this ingress of Venus is not regulated to just women, just as Mars isn't just about men. It is part of a larger alchemy within us, all called the inner sacred marriage process. In addition to the qualities of Scorpio, Venus is passing through the part of the priestess constellation, associated with the legs of the priestess and her being a projection of our own ancient relationship with the Earth Mother. Scorpio not only takes into the mysteries of life force's interaction with mind and body, but also the life force and patterns of Earth herself. Perhaps some deeper mysteries will be uncovered this period of time, and the stronger will reveal that which is hidden. Venus remains in Scorpio until October 7th. then ingresses into the sign of Sagittarius, and just at the edge of the Scorpion constellation, not to be confused with the sign of Scorpio. Venus continues to gain in brightness and increases from -4.1 to -4.3 during its stay in the sign archetype of Scorpio from Shamanic Astrology Mystery School, and from Divine Sister of the Light Lisa Renee, protecting our sacred crystal heart. During this turbulent phase will be ongoing a turbulent and direct assault against the human heart in order to annihilate it completely. So for all of us that are dedicated and aware to our spiritual source that is a component of our heart, we realize the heart is feeling that allows us to communicate directly with our eternal source and spiritual bodies. We must protect our sacred heart. Those that are stewarded into our care may require this context or need this emphasis of comprehension in their life. Preserving and caring for our heart is more important than galactic history and getting caught up in any kind of drama entangled with events on the outside. It's extremely important to stay internally focused, to learn how to become internally directed, and to not allow anything to harm, impair, or disconnect the heart complex, the human heart center. This is really important for all of us. It's important for our community. As much as it saddens me to feel this assault moving to another degree of aggressiveness, to intentionally kill and annihilate the heart function in people, to shatter their permanent seed atom, which is a part of the crystal heart in their own biology, the accurate assessment in this current moment tells us we need to be aware of this agenda, and instead of allowing it to make us feel depressed or overwhelmed, to take this information and commit with everything we have inside to be loving and protect our human heart, that under no circumstances will we allow anything to harm our heart or take away our humanness, which is love, the kindness, the compassion, and the empathy that we have for each other, for this earth, and for the creatures of this earth. From energeticsynthesis.com, and from the Archangelic Calendar. The calendar expands in precision, pulling our reality up as fast as possible, coming full circle. The calendar. Gaia is in Circe's will. Circe, our galaxy, acts upon the infinite universe's will, which is yet a microcosm for infinitely expanding creator source. The current setting is spirit, which is profound balance of all other elements. This setting has not been present in some time, but is here because our inner higher selves are screaming in this now. There will be no one in this reality that will not get a special warning about the path that they are on. As the timelines separate and merge, our existence will feel a renewed sense of purpose and direction. The orbital reset hit, and the calendar changes jumped as if it was waiting to do so. With this perfect timing, the calendar moves to 15 sunrises. This change will land us at the eve of the solstice, which is yet again perfect timing to create a new wave of reality. We only plan to pull our reality up as fast as possible, and the macro agrees, so divine essence and timing are present. Earth's climate on all dimensions seems to have hit a fever pitch, and there would be no better time to have things settled than now. The rapid pace is due to many factors, but it will beg the question of what came first, the macro motion or the need for it to be. The macro motion could have set off this change and all the side effects entirely simultaneously, but that would be an answer only found in whether you see the past go into the future going into the past, or are entirely independent of time altogether. 15 sunrises, when calculated by hours, is 360 equal partisans of an archangelic day. The circumstance is the macro way of bringing us full circle in the new spiritual drama. When we say full circle, it means that everything that has to end will end, and the story's conclusion will manifest. When we move to what is to be the point which we will make residence, 18 sunrises, we will be completely breaking all old cycles and be entirely one with new earth. The space and time will spiral up as we bring ourselves through higher and higher planes of existence. When we arrive at this point, it will be evident that humanity is drastically different and that all is now said and done. For those who have been on this journey from the beginning, you could easily see this crossroad coming. From the ArchangeliCalendar.com, 11:11 coming in, and from Divine Sister of the Light, Carolyn, servant of Yahweh. Venus is moving into Scorpio for the next month, supporting our feminine's rebirth. We are transmuting this and past life sexual trauma, abuse, addictions, and attachments during this powerful Virgo season and 9 months we are in. The Scorpio energies are igniting with a fresh healed beginning of higher dimensional and vibrational relationships, projects, and fruitful opportunities to create. A magnetism of the masculine towards the feminine has now commenced under God's plan and our free will. Because of all the alchemical clearings and healings, they are pulled towards reconciliation with the feminine. Together there is a new opportunity to communicate in healthy, loving ways. These are part of our rewards due to all our efforts and successes. The feminine has attained a new level of closure from past entrapments she's freed herself from. We are stepping into our higher octave of wisdom, especially in understanding betrayal. The understanding was needed for our new leadership roles as divine masculine and feminine Christ Wayshowers. Continue closing the door to the memories of the past and walk forward in the Spirit. You are entering the heavenly abode of our Father to begin your renewed partnership with Him. He is opening the door to the sons and daughters in the bridal chamber to give us space and sanctuary. Here we can complete the healing and cleansing of abandonment issues that the ego plays games with in the mind, heart, emotions, and consciousness. God is helping us attain revelations, balance, neutrality, knowledge, and new skills to move forward down a new trail, healed and evolved. Our Adonai is raising up the sisterhood of the rose and the lioness in all of us to be fully supported on earth by the divine masculine Christ Lion Kings. In Jesus Christus' name, Amen. From Carolyn Kundalini Twin Flames, and from divine Sistar of the Light, Adrian Alice. Gaia Daily, September 10 through 13, Revealing Destiny. Venus makes her way over into the sign of Scorpio today, bringing a desire for deep connection, truth, and meaning. The moon is also in Scorpio this weekend, bringing us a bloom of the first Scorpio energy of this year. Scorpio wants depth and meaning and isn't scared to face the darkness in order to find the truth. With Black Moon Lilith close to the North Node, we are getting strong messages that the only way forward is through the disclosure of truth. Black Moon Lilith is coming into a supportive trine with Saturn in Aquarius. We can't take the black goo with us into the Aquarian age. All must be cleansed and purified. The Sun in Virgo agrees and is coming into a potent opposition with Neptune in Pisces. This is asking us, who are we in relation to Christ consciousness and in our role of spiritual service? Look in the mirror and you will see that you are so much more than what you've been told. We all are. This is a big lie. It's not about judging yourself and what you've done up until now. It's about a huge validation of human potential, and you are here to lead the way. So what do we do about it? There is a clue here with asteroid Vesta, representing the eternal flame in all of us, is in Libra, an exact square with Pluto in Capricorn. Vesta represents the sacred fire that never goes out, in our individual path of destiny. The first step in claiming back our potential and destiny is in validating the truth of our unexpressed potential. Pluto in Capricorn represents power structures. Once we remember who we really are, then we can take back our power from those who stole it. Your destiny quest is calling and nothing can hold you back. From AdrianAlice.com. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Leah Whitehorse, Lua Astrology. Venus enters Scorpio. Issues around love, money, and personal values are intensified. We may feel powerfully attracted to someone or something and feel like we must have the object of our desire. The more we obsess, the more power we lose. What we love transforms us. What we crave consumes us. During this transit, relationships require absolute honesty, a willingness to reveal ourselves without shame or fear. We have the power to attract what we want, but we cannot hold on to these things in the same way as we cannot hold on to time. Everything changes, and this is the beauty of life. Detach from final outcomes. Let go of will we be together forever. Be present in the richness of love in this moment. If a relationship ends, maybe the karmic contract has been fulfilled. Let them go with love. Love doesn't die, it is only transformed. Regenerate your heart. From LeahWhitehorse.com. And today from the Tzolk'in Times, Kin 10, White Planetary Dog. Planetary is the name for the number 10, and its keywords are perfect, manifest, and produce. The 10th day always reminds me of Lou Reed's song, Perfect Day. It sums up nicely the energy of the day, and usually I find it puts folks in a good mood. Today is White Dog, and the keywords associated with it are love, heart, and loyalty. Dogs can be loving and loyal and put 100% of their hearts into whatever they are doing. They can also suffer from too much tenacity when they really want something. The number 10 combined with White Dog can create a situation where your tenacity is too laser focused. Of course, this depends on yourself and how you are connected to the White Dog. If you have it as an occult power or guide, or if you are a White Dog, don't growl at others today because you want something so bad. It's great to tap into this manifesting energy, and it certainly yields results. That's for anyone. Just be aware that others may get bitten in the process. Today from Divine Sister of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio, White Planetary Dog, Kin 10, 10th of September 2021. Love, love, love. Power of unconditional love is sweeping our planet. 10-9-2021 equal 24, equal 10-9-5 equal 114, equal 15 equal 6. Day codes, 10 manifestation, authority, power, 24 charisma, joy, healing, 1 leader, new beginning, original, 6 heaven, Christ, harmony, family, romance, month year codes, 9 endings, destiny, service, humanity, grace, 5 freedom, change, transformation, liberation, 14 media, publicity, promotion, recognition, Kin 10 manifestation, leader, authority, new beginning. Another huge planetary day enveloping Nova Gaia with endless love. Day 10 in the Red Mother Dragon wave spell where we are incubating in the womb of creation. We are being guided to focus on nurturance and compassion for ourselves and others and our planet, realizing the importance of self-love in the giving and receiving of unconditional love in order to grow and flourish and be born anew. Today we are focused on perfecting our manifestation of unconditional love and loyalty to our kin and our whole planet as we co-create our new love-filled world with our tribe, sending forth these perfected waves of love throughout our planet to create transformational evolution. Tone of creation, planetary tone 10. In the physical realm, action produces, power perfects, essence manifestation. The 10th stage of the Red Dragon wave spell is the perfection of all we imagined as possible and more. It is the harvest stage where we happily reap our manifest splendor. The forms we have been imagining begin to manifest into our reality, and our lives begin to reflect the nurturance and love that we desire. Planetary energies enable us to build and manifest strong, healthy relationships with ourselves and our kin today. We have the power to heal and perfect these unions, producing incredible happiness and joy, both in our hearts and the planetary heart of Gaia, as we are all one heart. First seek God, then look around you to see the team of people walking with you. That is your tribe. Here comes the sun. Yellow sun brings forth this blessing today, inviting us to return to our innocence. Feel the sun on your face warming your body. Feel the wonder of awakening on a sunny day, filled with the blue skies of optimism and joy. Feel the joy in the dawning of a new day, and our beautiful rainbow new world being birthed. Focus on the perfected world that we are collectively manifesting. Ahau is raising our consciousness today and gifting our planetary body with God consciousness. The return path to Source is through our heart portal and our divine child. This is the true path of enlightenment. Our children are leading us back home. Today's question is, how can we perfect the manifestation of a harmonious new world, reflecting endless love and loyalty for all planetary kin? Divine blessings for manifesting perfected, loving relationships through our beautiful planetary family. And La Kekala Kin, Christina White Magnetic World Bridger, Kin 66. Kin 10, White Planetary Dog. The mantra, the code for today is, I perfect in order to love, producing loyalty. I seal the process of heart with the planetary tone of manifestation. I am guided by the power of endlessness. And on this powerful day of awakening and transformations, let us know, beloved beings of light, in the comments below what you're experiencing, what you are feeling, your dreams, your visions, and your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below and the little bell to get notifications on future updates. And as always, we have a link in the description below to the transcriptions of today's transmissions, and we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. Now I'd like to take a moment and thank everyone supporting us in our work and mission. It's due to your monthly pledges and donations that we're able to continue this work of bringing these transmissions to the world and our teachings and practices on Patreon. So if you'd like to support us in our work and mission and continue this work, you can make a monthly pledge at whitegoldeagle.com. I'd like to thank Divine Sister of the Light, Sally Benson, for another donation. Thank you very much, Sister. And I'd like to also thank Divine Sister of the Light, Claire Coventry, for your donation. Thank you very much. We truly appreciate you all and your support. It is very kind of you. If you'd like to make a one-time donation, you could do so to our PayPal account at the link at eaglelovecondor.com. And I'd like to also thank everyone for supporting my Sacred Condor's artwork on Etsy. You can purchase her beautiful handmade goddess totems, zodiac goddesses, healing jewelry, and other works of art at lunagoddessart.com. Now we're going to complete today's transmission with powerful codes from our Pleiadian bro stars and sisters of the light, and a powerful message from Divine Sister Blossom Goodchild. Pleiades 1 messages, September 10, 2021. P1 calling Terrans for origins recognition. Attention for calls in PVSE-SDE. Cruisers are diminished. Divine transactions increase. Astral comfort is felt. The line, the bearers of the star, line illumination in progress, 46% non-regressive. The light celebrates. Divine artistic expanded, plus revealing movements, plus 11. Proj Sust 11, 76% non-regressive. Hermetic synchronization started, 91% non-regressive. Hermetic reverberations in progress, 90% non-regressive. Transfers to Culthart are approved, second wave, 33% non-regressive. Special sequences are activated. Sacred portals open. Bearers of divine arrive. Uninterrupted are present. Temporarily end the transmission, Pleiades 1, potentiating Nevic grid building from disclosurenews.it. And now a quick and powerful message from Divine Sister of the Light, Blossom Goodchild, Galactic Federation of Light. I am the love. I am the light. I am the truth. I am. So does the mantra actually change our DNA? Yes. Because of its immense detail within the coding, it is literally reforming all that you are into what? Who you are, which is light. You are returning to your true selves, your divine light. While still in human form? Yes. We are returning to our illuminated beings of eternal light. Have a most beautiful and blessed awakening journey, and a most powerful 9/11 tomorrow of redemption and resurrection on this 20th anniversary of the timeline split that occurred on 9/11/2001. Keep shining your light brightly into the night and walk gently your sacred path with heart. Be sure to make this the best day ever. The eagle and the condor love you all. Namaste.